Howdy, partner. Are you ready to get back to work? Because I sure ain't sure. What I'm sure about, though, is that I now have a hat. A very improvised hat, but it is still a hat. So that is definitely noteworthy. And also, I did a little thing when it comes to formatting of this thing. It's got the looks of the original D6 Feet Under now, pretty much. I will be updating it more in the future, but for now, for the time being, I think it's okay. And the music is once again a little too loud for my personal taste. So let's just lower the volume a little. Ah, that's why. Okay, now it should be fine. Okay, I did a lot of thinking about this game, and I made up my mind on what I want this to look like in practice. Why is this line white? Let me just check, be sure. HR. Okay, so maybe fix that really quickly. That work? Nope. So why is it not recolored? It is. Looks like it should be. Is it background color? No, that one looks way darker. Oh, that's for the page, or the body, I should say. Maybe I need to just put in a solid color. No, that's not working either. Okay, whatever. We'll have to look into that another time. It's not the most important thing today. Hopefully everyone's had a good day. I had a pretty good day myself. I went out for a run, and I did not wear enough clothing, I presume, which might be the reason why my throat is now a little scratchy, but that's just something I will have to deal with. Okay, I did some brainstorming on my own, and I figured out what I wanted this to look like. So let's just scroll back to the NPC section. NPC. I will be deleting the other version later on, but the NPC pages will be split into 3 parts, just the same way I considered it previously, with the first part being... Let me just reposition my notes so that I can see the chat and my notes at the same time. Wait, that's not it. This should be it, yes. So, why do you care about this NPC? That's the first feature. Maybe they are your parent, sibling, child. Maybe they are their relative. Maybe they could be... I'm not sure what it's called. Like bound family, blood, sibling. Is it called the blood sibling or blood brother? Two or more people not related by birth who have sworn loyalty to each other. Okay, so it's like blood brother, sister. They could be also inherited obligation. I'm not sure if I feel like calling it that. Inherited obligation, that sounds like it's someone that you have to take care of or something, instead of someone you want to take care of. Okay, I'm not gonna address absolutely everything. They could also be someone who saved your life, you saved theirs, saved each other. Another one is close friend, or mentor, or student, or maybe even romantic. Actually, let's make that a separate one. Romantic interest, mutual stake. Oh yeah, a business partner. Accomplice in crime, shared dream or goal. Maybe they could be your employer, or benefactor, or protector, or dependent, or they owe you something. Maybe they could also be negative relationships, like professional rival. Sorry, let's just say rival. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Rival, just rival. Now, that's the step one. Why do you care about this specific NPC? Second feature will be who do you seek revenge from? Now, this could develop in multiple ways. The whole point of it is just that, like I previously said, something about your relationship has to change in order for you to seek revenge. What faction they belong to, I think I will make that just a tiny note at the top. Name the NPC and faction they belong to. Who were they to you initially? How did your relationship change? Okay, so who split you? Who do you seek revenge from? Who caused a change so severe you now wish to kill them? You want to hunt because of this relationship changing irreversibly. What changed your relationship irreversibly? And who do you seek revenge from? In other words, this relationship has to change for better or for worse. If it's a family member, too bad. What I'm trying to say is just that by putting them into your list of NPCs, you will make sure that something bad happens to them eventually. Also, I don't really want the player to just fill out all 5 of these with people who have already died. I want this to happen during the play. I want this to hurt, so that the player would have the motivation to seek revenge. I don't know yet how I will prevent that, but that's my goal, that's my aim. I'm trying to see if I can shift around these. Let's say maybe parent, mentor, that's one grouping. Another grouping is child, student, and another could be sibling, close friend, blood brother. Let's just call it blood oath. Other relative, I don't feel like that's gonna be that important. If this other relative is important enough to warrant one of these NPC pages, they should have a clear role. More than just, oh, he's my uncle who I talk to sometimes. No, these are your formative relationships. These are the most important people in your life. Romantic interest is it should be the singular thing that's not shared with anything else, as well as the rival, because like rival is the negative relationship, romantic interest is as close as it gets, and probably the most invested. Whatever you get from the romantic relationship should be good enough to want to keep that person alive. I'm thinking like straight up bonus to how much luck you can have as a character. I'm also thinking, although right now I'm not sure of it, but I am thinking maybe you could have only one of each relationship type. Not like as a written limitation, maybe with the exception of romantic interest, but as a practical thing, because you don't want your abilities to repeat or something like that. Actually, let's just delete this. Found family, I think, could be summed up as close friends. So, or blood oath, you know? Endured hardships. Together. Professional partners. And I think that covers also the employer and benefactor. Protector, dependent, they owe you something. I am tempted to go with the debt. Indebted. One owes something to the other. The protector here feels odd. Maybe I could just put it here. Protector. And let's see what are the antonyms for protector. Because I want something like protectee, the person who is protected. Protectee, defendee, shielded, defended, safeguarded, protecting, protected, protégé, sheltered, secure, guarded, person at risk, vulnerable person, Guardi. Let's see, Guardi, that's protected. Custodian, Watchman, Guardian, Protector. This is not helping. I guess dependent could be that. Determined, influenced, or controlled by something else, subordinate to another clause, phrase, or word, relying on or requiring aid or support of another. Yeah, let's just call it dependent then. Okay. Let's just simplify this to depth. Professional partners endured hardships together. Could use a good word for that. Let's just see. Comrade. Ooh. You know, maybe it doesn't need to be a separate thing. Maybe I could just make it into that close friend thing or professional partners thing, maybe. Ooh, ally. Now, let's just assume that that's gonna be grouped with the sibling close friend blood oath. So, in other words, we have someone who is equal. Parent figure. How do I? Parent. Progenitor, sire, rear, raise, bring up fathers. Ancestor, root, teacher, maybe. Tutor, instructor, educator, master, mentor, professor, trainer, coach, guru, lecturer, guide, schoolmaster, counselor. Feel like. Let's go with educator and see what synonyms that offers to me. School teacher, preceptor, docent, domini, school mistress, fellow, academic, prof, counselor, prof. No one is here to hear it. Trainer, professor, mentor. Let's just replace the mentor here with teacher and make this label mentor. And this one, student synonyms: pupil, scholar, apprentice, learner, trainee, undergraduate, disciple, novice, junior. Junior feels very not Wild Westy. Let's just go with disciple. Okay. Lover. Rival. Business partners. Let's go with colleague. And this. Oh, wow. in-depth or the hell? In-depth or borrower, defaulter, mortgager, bankrupt, oligarch, deadbeat, insolvent, welcher, debit, debt, debitor, ledger, non-payer, evader, promiser, neglector, drawee, debtors, juvie, loanee. Let's just go with the debt and leave that case. Okay, so we have 7 relationship types. I think that's good. I could imagine boiling it down even further by combining colleague with something. But for now, I think this is a good place to stop. But change your relationship irreversibly. Now this is where things get interesting. Now, let's start with the obvious. Betrayal. Attempted murder. Abandoned critical moments. Siding with the enemy. Stealing something irreplaceable. Someone murdered them. Someone manipulated them. Someone framed them. Someone ruined their life. Someone deceived them about their betrayal of you, or something like that. Yeah, for now I guess this will do as a foundation. The third one would be, how did you achieve your vendetta? And that could be several things. I think that I am running out of space there, so let's just move this over to the next page. Okay, how did we achieve the vendetta? We will shoot out, chased, and let's just go with execution by the law, poison. I don't know if I want this to be specifically like how you achieve, but let's just go with that for now. I did not come up with anything better here just yet. Feel like I'm running out of space again. Trap. Hired someone. Turned others against them. Let them die when you could have saved them. Destroy their home. guess this could be it for now. I could also go into like, oh, he was stabbed by a knife or he was trampled by a horse, but I don't know if I need that much more detail. Okay, I guess for now, let's see if I can simplify some of these, group them. Okay, so they were murdered versus they well, I don't know if I want the "they try to murder you" frame there to be one aspect, because that just feels shallow, like this is the thing that happened. What matters more is why it happened. Whether it was their choice or if someone turned them against you. Someone deceived them about their betrayal of you. That feels too complicated to me. Someone. They were framed and executed. Let's just go with that. Because, like, I don't want these to be like, oh, and they are now shunned from the society, but you can go into the mountain to meet them. No, 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 no. This is irreversible end of that NPC's interaction with you. They are either dead or they are hunting you, or you are hunting them, you know? They will not be your friend anymore. And if they were a rival, you know, that's just cool. You already were against them, so there's that. They were framed and executed. That just implies that they were lawfully executed. They left you in time of need. Let's do that instead of abandoned you at critical moment. That sounds weird. That is sort of a betrayal. I'm just trying to think of more betrayals. They stole something irreplaceable. Of yours. Betrayal feels really, really bland, really vague. Siding with the enemy. Trying to think of how I could reword that into something different. But I am running blank right now. And they sided with the enemy. This will do for now. They tried to kill you. And someone manipulated them. I guess I could just leave that out, because it could fit into the other points, maybe. Like, if they were manipulated, it would show either when they try to leave you in time of your need, or they try to kill you, or they side with your enemy, or they steal something irreplaceable of yours, or they get murdered, framed and executed, something like that. Let's see if I can do something else also. Morning, my man, it's Starman, just dropping by for 2 seconds to say hello. Hello, Starman! Yo, how's it going, my dude? Look, I got a hat. Hello and good morning, Straya. How are you? I am sorting out the idea for T6 Feet Under, which currently is to provide players with character options based on how their relationships with NPCs develop. Let me just reposition the microphone a little. So, whenever you make a character sheet, well, not character sheet, this will be on a character zine, and there will be NPC pages along with some others, but let's not talk about those for now. The NPC pages will have 3 segments. First one is, why do you care about this NPC? You know, like who they are, what faction they belong to, and also what is your relationship with them like. Based on this, you will get one ability, the first ability. Ideally, this will be the only one that you will have at the start, because already skipping to step 2 would be kind of dull. Second question is, what changed your relationship irreversibly? Something bad must have happened to change it. Either they were murdered or framed and executed for it, or someone turned them against you, like they left you in your time of need, or they saw something irreplaceable of yours, they sided with the enemy or tried to kill you. Based on this, you would also get some ability. Finally, and this one is still very much work in progress, how did you achieve your vendetta? You could either chase the vendetta against the NPC or against whoever unjustly ended them. This is a story of tragedy and a story of revenge, because that's what this game is entirely supposed to be about. That being said, I'm trying to think if this is a good grouping or not. Maybe it was literally just 2 seconds, huh? My phone. Just a second. Yeah, that's one thing. Not sure why it's not displaying here, but it is what it is. Okay. Oh yeah, maybe I should do something a little like this, something that I forgot about completely. Lifing is hard. Just a moment. Where is it? Here it is. Edit. No. Okay. Okay. Just gonna have to make a small edit to the stream then. Come on, not already. Okay. Okay. And now if someone checks the description, they will find a secret. What kind of secret it is? Who knows? But it's been a while since I did that. Okay. Turned others against them. Let's just try to think. Okay, do I want it to be a method of killing, or how did it go, what it involved? Because I'm imagining if you get surrounded, you would learn how to fan the hammer. That could be neat. Okay, let's not do that for now. Let's just ignore the step 3 of the relationship for a bit and instead focus on everything else. Okay, Nemesis, Oathsworn. That is something that I will sort out later, because that's a special type of relationship and I kind of wanted that to have its own structure, its own deal. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. This, how your relationship changed, could be either benefits for traveling or investigation, like learning stuff. I need to get some labels for these. What changed your relationship irreversibly? Murder? Death? Or not death, a law. Or injustice. Maybe also law. Anywhere executed lawfully. They left you in time of need. Abandonment? Abandonment. Renunciation. Desertion. Resignation, surrender, rejection, abdication, withdrawal, neglect, waiver, disuse. I'm thinking desertion. It would also kind of fit because it's Wild West and deserts and stuff. They stole something irreplaceable of yours. Theft. They sided with the enemy. Betrayal. And they tried to kill you. I feel like that doesn't need to be a separate thing. But I feel like I could use an extra thing now. And I also feel like I could do this somehow. Friend. Colleague? No. Let's just remove colleague and merge it in here. Or maybe not. Because this way we will have 6, you know, which is a nice little set for the purposes of keeping the theme of the 6 feet under. How did I achieve vendetta? Duel, shootout, execution by the law, poison trap, fired someone, turned others against them. See, here's the thing. I don't really plan to make like rules for poisons. You are cowboys. You are shooting. You have guns for that. No need for poison or howling traps. Justice? I don't know. Roll. That should be one. Shoot out. That could also be one. Hired someone. I don't know. It's like second hand. Turning others against them. I would say that's kind of like justice, or maybe like. I genuinely don't know. Turned others against them, let them die when you could have saved them. That is incredibly specific. Destroying their home. I do want that to be a thing. I'm thinking just like arson or something. I'm not sure if that's the name for it. Incendiarism? Fire raising, fire burning, torching. Burn, Pyromania, Ignition, Setting Fire, Incineration. Incineration? Let's just see if the synonym for that is arson. Cremation? Burning? Torching, arson. Okay, let's just go with arson. That's gonna be like destroying their home or something. You destroy not just them, but their home too. Hiring someone, I guess that could work, but like, you're a cowboy, you're doing this stuff on your own most of the time. Turning others against them. Oh. No, not this, because that feels like weak. But maybe it could be based on the deal with the myths, so like heal. You make a deal with the myth. A myth. And one more. Okay. Okay, instead of looking up all of that, I've got a little tool to help me out here. This time, I actually got myself my thing playing cards, which are full of these characters with cool attributes, cool abilities. Now, these will not translate directly into TTRPG perfectly, but they could inspire me in some manners. Yeah, let's check these first, because these are from an expansion I'm not too familiar with, and they use a special resource that I would say is sort of like a supply or bullets. If another player plays blue or orange card, you can pay 2 supplies and take 1 card. Okay, so this is for when someone gains a permanent advantage of some kind. You can spend some supplies to get an extra card. That's... yeah, it's fine. Once during your turn, you can discard from your hand 1 card and add 2 supplies to one of your cards. So this is the exact opposite, except unconditional. During your turn, you can pay 2 supplies and use the effect of the bank card. So, shooting using your supplies, okay? You start with 4 supplies. During your turn, you can move up to 2 supplies from Red Ringo, that's the name of this card, to your cards. Okay, yeah, that's fair. And finally, Frankie Canton. During your turn, you can take 1 supply from any card and move it here. Okay, I got just about as much as I expected, which is to say not much, but that's just part of this, you know? That's why I'm starting with the expansion materials. During your turn, you can gain any number of wagons. No. Manuelita. Whenever the train arrives to the final station, you can take 2 cards. Sancho. During your turn, you can gain 1 any wagon from the train for free. Alright. Whenever the train moves ahead outside of your turn, you can discard 1 card from hand and take 1 card. Okay, Once during your turn, you can move the train one station ahead. Okay, not that impressive, but it is what it is. That's why I started with those. Now, for the good stuff. From all other players, your distance is considered to be 1 greater. That could be fine for someone who needs to be protected, maybe? I'm trying to think of like how I will find inspiration in here. If you are the only target of a card, you can ignore effects of the brown cards with values JKQA. Okay, let's just start to beat something. Stage 1? Your soul is increased by 2. I think that's a fine way to do it. Why is there such a huge space though? Oh, is there a... Is there an extra space behind that? Okay, so lover, initial trait. Why is there such a huge gap before that? Line height 1.2, margin block start 0.5. Is there a margin block start like that? Margin block start 0.5. Margin block start. Boom. Looks much better. Okay, all of these could use some poetic traits. So I'm thinking desertion could be the ability I wanted to write for a while now, which is that you will summon a magical or mechanical horse. It would be very thematically fitting. Okay, maybe... Oh, I think that looks awful. How did I write that feature? I already wrote it once. Oh, I need to sneeze. Bless my face. Here we go, let's see. Mares and mares. Physical manifestation of a person's trauma. Okay, let's just paste that in. You can conjure a mare, a physical manifestation of your trauma or anxiety. They usually take shape of thorned mechanical horses that produce wisps of smoke. Overall, either dark if it represents the past trauma, or pale if it represents an anxiety regarding the future. I think I can leave out that part. I'll just leave the appearance of it to the player and consider that it's gonna be thematically fitting like this. Upkeep. Games. Let's just say that on your turn. No. Okay. That's a thing for now. Mentor. Cycle equal. Lower rival. Let's just make it a little bigger so that it's obvious it's a header and those are subheaders. I'm not sure if over is a good term to use there, but for now it will do. And here we will just copy the fan the hammer ability. I'm not sure if it's gonna be here or not. Probably not. So let me open this. Out of luck. Choose fan the hammer. As an action, you can shoot. Okay, you can choose to shoot a number of times up to bullets remaining in your gun. It's held in one hand and you hold nothing in the other. Okay, let's rephrase that. If you're holding a only a one-handed weapon, you may shoot any number of times on your turn. Something like this. Bang the hammer. It's high noon. Left. Then off straight. Now this should be something about noticing when you are missing an item or when someone is stealing your item or coveting your item. something like this. You know immediately if one of your items gets stolen. Furthermore, you can tell which item of yours does the person you can see desire the most. Something like this, I guess. Now there will be plenty of these traits. That's the premise of it. So imagine it like this. You have a lover, you know? Someone who you hold dearly, and they hold you dearly as well. Thanks to you, your life feels fuller, you feel like a luckier person, and eventually, when they get into troubles, they will abandon you. You will feel like you were deceived and they are now gone from your life. What will you do? Well, you will develop this mare of sorts. A supernatural horse. I'm thinking something along the lines of Stans from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, except they are horses. And I'm trying to see, here it is. Arching, look, and you know what? Oh, that's 1 to 5. Yeah, that works, I think. Okay, and instead of BR, it's just gonna be as a blank UI. Okay, I think that looks alright. Maybe without this start. And this could be 5. Yeah, something like this. Okay. You had a lover, they abandoned you in your time of need, so you decide to chase them out and down. Or you decide to chase down whoever they abandoned you for. Eventually, you reach them, you get into a shootout, and you get this trait. Your lover is probably gone or dead. You have executed your vendetta, and now you get a greater soul. You get a one-handed gun, and actually, you know what? Let's make this soul thing a little bit more interesting. Yeah, something like this. Because if you ever stop loving your lover, this bonus decreases to 1. Therefore, the player will be motivated to keep holding on to that love, you know? That's gonna be pretty interesting roleplay, I think. Okay. Now then. I believe I might have to move these a little to like the next 3 pages. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so it's gonna be 10 instead of 8. Yeah, just like that. Okay, we have our bullet types and everything. Honestly, I don't even know if I can afford to do this. It is such a cool idea, and I want silver as a thing, silver bullets in the game. But at the same time, these bullet types, I don't know. I would have to make up how you purchase them and stuff. I'll see. Also these I need to simplify somehow so that I can actually fit them on a page. Maybe by leaving out the second column. Okay. I think that's all of the ones with that thing. So damage mod. Wow, and it fits. Great, great, great. That is always nice to see. The requirements could also be combined into the description, but I don't know if that's not gonna make it too cumbersome. So for now it gets to stay as a separate column. Liberation. Add 1 to the roll when attacking another person's vendetta. Add 1 to the roll when attacking your vendetta. When you roll 2 matching numbers on dice, a myth appears. Yeah. Ask the GM about the nearest place of interest you can see. All costs you pay are reduced by 1 bit, minimum 1 bit. Oh yeah, something about colleague, except I don't have colleague anymore. I have that. So let's make that into a feature there. It's gonna be first so far alphabetically. It is initial trait. Whenever you earn bits, you earn 1 extra bit. Something like this, something simple, you know? To get you started. Okay. Rival. Or maybe equal? Disciple. Initial trait. When someone loses their luck, you may choose to spend 1 luck to reduce the amount they lose by 1. The same amount. When someone you see loses their luck, you may spend any amount of luck to reduce the amount they lose by the same amount. Because that's what the parent would do. Speaking of parents, I will need a mentor trait. Something that a parent would do for you. Okay, let's just go through cards for inspiration. Before you take card in phase 1, all other players who have more cards in their hand than you must hand you 1 card from their hand, 1 card of their choice. Okay. Simeon, because whenever you lose a life, you gain 1 golden nugget. Maybe something about losing health? No, not yet. Not this. Black Plumber. During your turn... Once during your turn you can play any clubs card as an extra bang. No. Henry Block. Whenever someone takes or discards your card in your hand or in front of you, they become the target of the bank for each card like that. I kind of like that. Like, you may shoot at whoever is stealing from you. Would that work for the theft? Okay, due to your past experience, you gain the following traits. You can tell what item of yours someone desires the most by talking to them for a minute. When one of your items is stolen, you are aware of it immediately. If you can see whoever stole your item, you may attack them once for free. Yeah, that seems good. You gain your following benefits. Only you may control your lair. The lair's lair can carry up to 2 people. It can travel at a speed 2 times greater than your own. And one more. Something about... I wanted there to be something about nightmares, but... If the mayor gets hurt, you may spend your luck to prevent it from... It vanishes. You may spend your own luck to prevent it from getting hurt. Something like this. Okay, that's very, very promising. Making real progress. I am surprised myself. Now that murder. Well, let me actually check the music because it's been going for a while. Okay, I am nearing the end of that playlist. I will have to check on that in a bit actually. because I don't want it to play random music and then I would get copyrights. Murder. Developed. Trait. Here's something. I don't know yet what exactly. Okay, so let me just do this real quick. Oh, autoplay's off. That's good. Hip hop. Murder. What would happen? What kinds of benefits I would get if someone I cared about was murdered? I don't know, but let's get ready the rivals. Oh? And maybe space it out a little. Okay. Doing good, making progress. Mentor, disciple. Disciple, do we have that? I do. Equal. Lover, rival, debt. Earn one extra bit. Okay. Justice, law. Desertion, injustice. I don't have that. Murder, desertion, theft, betrayal. They sided with the enemy. You gain the following benefits. You can now once. You may spend one lot. When you're talking to someone you can see, you may spend one lot. To sense if they lie until the end of the day. Something like this, I'm thinking. When you're talking to someone you can see... Let's just discard that first part. You may spend one luck and pick one person to sense any of their deliberate lies until the end of the day, until midnight. Until the sun sets, there we go. Then some other benefit and then some other benefit. That's betrayal. How did you achieve your vendetta? Duel. Shootout, we already have that. Justice. Maybe not over. Maybe I could call it final trait. Okay, so let's just go over these. Final. that's all so far. I also have Arson. And Deal, and then one more. Trying to think of a deal trade here. You may spend 1 clock to commune, establish a telepathic communication with your myth. Alternatively, you may spend half of your maximum luck to summon them. Yeah, something like this. Okay. And I am still missing one extra thing. I'm guessing like forgiveness. Okay, hold on. Synonyms. Forgiveness. Pardon, mercy. Mercy, that's... Okay, and I think over here, maybe I could write out what it actually does. So, people care about the victim, your people blame you, your vendettas targeting you. Mercy. I guess I'll need more page breaks. Desertion. Injustice. Offer. Murder, rival, shootout, theft. That's all of them, I guess. My throat is really annoying me tonight. I really needed to bring a jacket when I went for a run. Okay. Final trade, duel. would you get from your equal? What would you get from developed injustice trait? Or development trait? Instead of developed trait? Let's keep it developed for now, I think. That makes sense. Should check one thing. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's a developed trait. We're executing lawfully. Maybe you will be able to detect if someone is a criminal way better. Something like that, maybe. Ah, the songs ran out. Let's just start again. Okay. Yeah, let's go with that. Hello. Wow. Oh, keyboard smashing. Okay, go for it's you can tell if a person we are looking at is a deliberate criminal. Something and something else. I am the law. Okay. Oh, just this. Time to read some more cards. If you do not have any blue cards in front of you during the phase 1 of your turn, you may take 2 extra cards. Whenever someone plays the beer card, you may take 1 extra card from the deck. Something to do with beer? Relaxation, maybe. Yeah, maybe like that. Some developed trait could fit that in for sure. Assertion, justice, their law, lover, murder. There we go. Okay, let's also take this and copy it into all the developed traits that has nothing yet. Right, that's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Yeah, that's all of them. Okay. So murder. You're getting the following benefits. Whenever you indulge or obsession while resting, you gain 1 extra luck. Regain 1 extra luck. Something about gambling? Beast, angel, conflict resolution, out of line combat, being pursued up to 11, living and dying. Maybe something that would prevent you from dying that easily. I don't know yet. But we already got the beer card covered, so let's just proceed to read others. Jimmy, Texas. At the end of your turn, you may take 1 card. You may draw 1 card, I should say. But whatever, I'm translating these as I read them. That's a neat card. Not sure what it would mean here. So let's just move on. If you have no cards in your hand, you may take 1 card. In phase 1 of your turn. Yeah, okay, you get to distribute extra cards to others. During your turn, you may purchase 1 piece of equipment with a discount of 1 golden nugget. That's already something I have. In the 3rd phase of your turn, you don't need to discard cards. If you have more of them than your lives, but at most 10. Bella Star. During your turn, no other cards in front of other people have effect. Whenever another character is eliminated from the game, you gain 2 lives. It could be something. Gaining 1 luck whenever someone is killed, maybe? I don't know, it feels dodgy to put it on rival. So I need to move 1 of the page breaks. So that this has space, that fits somewhat. Arson. Betrayal. Gill. Okay, my god. Evelyn Shebang. In the 1st phase of your turn, you may take 1 card less and show the bank. Calamity Janet, you may use Bang as Mist and vice versa. Sidkecham, discard 2 cards to regain 1 life. Emiliano, whenever someone cancels your Bang card with the Mist, you may take the Mist that was used. Whenever you cancel Bang with your Mist, you may take the cancelled Bang in your hand. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Jackie Muerta. Urieta. During your turn, you may spend 2. Okay, I got distracted. During your turn, you may pay 2 golden nuggets to through the bank. Terran kill. Whenever you would be eliminated from the game, draw. If the first card is not spades, you are left with 1 life and may take 1 extra card. Something about survival. The duel. Of course. Whenever you don't have enough luck to avoid the wound, you may spend all your luck to avoid it. In other words, you have an extra chance. It's not terribly powerful, but it's something. Surgeon Blaze. If you play a card or activate an effect which has more than 1 target player, you may exempt, I guess, one of the players. This is okay for the card game, but not applicable for me. Same for Blade Westwood, Lullaby Key. Molly Stark. Whenever you use a card outside of your turn, you may take 1 card. Julie Cutter. Whenever another player causes you to lose at least 1 life, draw. Hearts and diamonds, they become the target of a bank card. I'm thinking that maybe the duel, instead of that, you may shoot once, attack once for free. Boom. Instant revenge. Short on Ace. Gary Luther. Picking on Gill. Blackjack. Marcus City. Whenever you're wounded, you draw 1 card for every lost life. No. Colorado Bill. Nah. Bloody Mary. Actually, maybe Colorado Bill could work. But let's make it interesting. Some kind of final trade. Justice? Heal, arson. Yeah, nothing works. Okay, whatever. Let's move on. I will take it out of the deck just to know, but whenever your bank card is cancelled, draw a single card. No. Don Bell, extra turn. No. Lemonade Joe. Drawing a... Wait. Whenever another player plays the card bank... Oh, you can discard the card to regain a life. Okay. Not this, not this. Anniversary. Oh man. I wanted this character for literal years. I was ready to print her out. I was ready to print her. I went over the internet just to find a picture of her so that I could hopefully one day print her out, and now I have her in my hand. The original, the OG. Feels good. All other players are closer. Arborio, repeat effect. Take cards of eliminated players. Maybe something like that. Equal. Oh yeah, okay. I have an idea. Equal. You may bestow another. You may transfer any amount of your luck points to another character through a handshake. Yeah, something like this. And then, for killing someone, justice. From here, kill my target. You gain all of their luck, even beyond your soul. Up to your soul. That feels bad. Something like this. So, justice. When you kill a target that tried to kill you, you gain all of their luck, even if the new total surpasses your soul. If your luck surpasses your soul at the sunset, it is reduced to an amount equal to your soul instead. That could be nice. Delgado, no. Dutch Wheel? No. Jesse Jones. No. Lucky You, Apache Kid, Nick Spencer. Maybe something. Maybe having a mentor could be like you have an extra health. No, that's already louder. Duck Holiday. Ratty Snake. Chuck Wengum. Mick Defender. Air Spot Burst Ringer. Banning the Hammer for the boss. Johnny Kish. Kit Carlson. John Payne. Maybe something about rerolling dice. Something like this, yeah. Okay. Slap the killer. Kill Moonphaze. Evan Rabbit. If you are the target of bank card, you may discard a card of the same color from your hand. And thanks to that, another character in distance 1 from you becomes a new target for the card. So it's like redirecting. It's okay. Enough went there, anything as a miss. Josh McCloud. Pay 2 golden nuggets to pick the top card from the equipment deck. Gregory deck. 2 characters' abilities. Pick 1 from the table. Draw cards when the player is eliminated. Draw 3 cards at the start of your turn. Pick another player's ability. And or red appeal. Maybe an initial trade where if you roll a 1, you regain 1 luck. Initial. I guess for the rival. Kind of makes sense. You don't want to look bad in front of your rival, so. Okay, like this. Okay, that's actually all of the characters. I believe I went through all of the characters and only got that much inspiration. But hey, considering it's a card game, I think I did pretty well. Okay, now. Not sure what to do about arson, because it's like you destroy everything of theirs. Hey there, JJ. Cowboy. Yeehaw. Wait, is my mouth moving? Yes, it's moving. Okay. Cowboy. Welcome. I am working on D6 feet under. I am making actual progress this time. I decided that the player will be gaining abilities based on how their relationships with NPCs will develop. Like, think of it this way, they will have some NPCs which are very important to them, and looks like my jet lag makes me sleep on the afternoon and evening. Yeah, best of luck overcoming that. That sucks. Now, let's see. Can I draw inspiration from any other cards here? Giudice. Also, Russian roulette. French. Yeah, okay, not much to draw from here. Not inspiration. maybe the wagons. Maybe the wagons could offer me something. The conscious bank card. Discard this card. Okay, once return. Finite carte. Damn. A ghost train? You may play this card on anyone except for the sheriff. If you are supposed to be eliminated, you stay within the game, but you cannot gain or lose any lives. Damn. Duel and Indians do not have effects on you. Greater distance. Oh. Okay. The wagons were not that interesting. Let's check the weapons. One card bank. One extra card at the end of your turn. Whenever another player forces you to discard or take your card other than this, you take one card. So it's like insurance, got it. Exchange one card in game for another card in game. One extra wagon free. Cactus, it's mist and possibly heals you. Not sure how, but okay. Steto carte. Oh, nice. Most wanted. Revolver with a knife. Okay. A bag of money. Sacco di soldi. No. A tutto vapore. Next station. Okay. Okay, it's not bad, but it's not what I'm looking for right now, so ignore this. Let's check the equipment cards to see if anything there inspires me. Cat below, mist, bang, 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 bang. Thunderer. Take the plain bank card back into your hand. Whoa. Discard any card in the game. And if you spend this, you get to keep it. Reloading. Lockpick. Wait. Arrow. The played card bank cannot be cancelled. Use the effect bank on another player. A player of your choice must discard repeatedly. Oh no, it's like the repeated draw. Okay. He's drawing cards. Bell Tower. Extra distance. If your bang is cancelled, the target player must discard a random card from their hand. Okay. A bomb. Big 50. Oh, damn. Okay, that's all of them. Not much inspiration, but you know, it did its job well enough so far. I think it's time to close the box down. And let's see if I can do anything more before the stream is over. Maybe I will have to think about how to find your relationships with the myths, because those could get really interesting. And maybe could also define something to do with jobs. So, draw NPC. Okay, so that's NPCs, how you tied, Nemesis, home features. Yeah, okay, I thought about this, and instead of this being based on home, I think that should be based on the job. So, let's just list this as job features. And I need to sneeze again. Let's see if... I forgot my keybind, so I had to act quickly. I've watched Peaky Blinders on the plane. It gives me an idea to make a Birmingham RPG. Oh yeah. Mafiosos and stuff. That could be fun. Blended with others. I'm trying to think of a job that would fit into a town, like you are anyone. Can't think of anything. Boys turns anarch. Someone who seems scary in Wild West. Beings of a lesser soul won't attack or approach you unless they must. Let's make this the lawman. Oh no, that's there is the lawman. This one could be something else. But not sheriff. Someone else. Oh no, wait. Let's make this the lawman, and this could be the barman. Bartender. Indeed. Do tell me what you came up with from the Peaky Blinders. Why do you call this a rancher? Farmer, cattleman, herdsman, cowboy, breeder, peasant. Let's just see synonyms for cowboy. Cowboy, cowman, cowpoke, cowman, cowhand, cattleman, herdsman. Let's just go with rancher. Okay, and townie. I feel like that could be replaced by something. Townie. City dweller, urbanite, city boy, townie, citizen, townsman, burger, villager, local, native. No. What I do know is that I will definitely need more than 5 jobs. Let's just make an average Joe as a catch-all. Hunter, lawman, rancher. Wait, that all fits on one page? Okay. Former profession features. Increase your stat by 1 whenever you make a roll relevant to your former profession. Let's move this away. And this here. That takes a lot of space. Annoying stuff. How you died. Let's move that as well elsewhere. Peaky Blinders is all crime drama, where a lot of factionalism came about. The city being uncontrolled. Sounds dramatic. Feeling thirsty. I will probably need to get some medication for my throat tomorrow. Okay. Oh boy, this rule set, I feel like I'm getting somewhere with it, but at the same time it is just a tangled mess. But I am making progress. It is looking promising, more than ever before. Okay, co-features. What could draw people out? Riches, I get powered, wanderlust, that too. Liberation, you know, helping people who are not strong enough to be free. Power and fame. Oh yeah, Ash's personality guide. Let's just check that. Okay, primary motivators. Achievement. That could be probably fame, kind of, sort of. Achievement is a very broad category. Requisition, yeah, that's the riches. Adoration, to be cherished, admired, and wanted by others. Fame. Balance and peace, to bring all things to harmony. Into harmony and equilibrium. Irrelevant, we are doing Vengeful Wild West here, so nope. Beneficence, protect the helpless, heal the sick, feed the hungry. I'm gonna shelve that into under liberation, despite liberation being another category here. Chaos, the disruptor, cause confusion and discord. Competition, to seek out or create rule-based win-lose scenarios to defeat others in contests. Conflict, to seek out or create rivalry, fighting, or animosity. Conquest, actually let's just move it here so that you guys can see as well. Conquest, to conquer other peoples, to bring them into one's own culture, rule. Corruption, to despoil, ruin, humiliate, or make depraved. Creation, to build or make... yeah, that's not relevant here. Destruction, sort of. Discovery, adventure, that's the Wanderlust. Domesticity, that's against the point of the game. Education, provide information, teach, enlighten, or train. Something about studies. Let's call it wisdom for now. Riches. Okay. Nemesis. I guess Nemesis could be on its own page. Because that's gonna be another 6 features. And I will need to move these again. 1, 2, 3. So adding 3. Alright. How You Died could be also its own page. Honestly, pretty much everything, except for developed traits, because these are long enough to warrant 2 pages possibly. Developed trait, final trait. Arson. What could be a good feature for someone who will literally destroy your home and everything in a revenge? Trying to think and ponder. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. Honestly, I'm considering ending it today. I've been streaming for over 2 hours at this point, and I've written down pretty much everything I prepared ahead of time and came up with some stuff. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think it's time to call it a night. At least for the stream. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching. And have a nice, lovely century.